Welcome dear student in the class of hydraulics and hydraulic machines. The code for this subject is DPME 2025. Today we are going to discuss about the pressure and its measurement. So there is two segments for this lecture: pressure and measuring devices. What is pressure? Especially in this lecture we will discuss hydrostatic pressure such as absolute pressure, atmospheric pressure, vacuum and gauge pressure, and we will discuss some hydrostatic pressure measuring device such as manometer, simple manometer and differential manometer. The prerequisite for this subject is applied mechanics, applied mathematics and physics. A student should aware of some basic concept of applied mechanics, law of Newton's law, and from the physics point of view, students should know about the Pascal's law, hydrostatic law, and momentum equations. We will start from the types of pressure. The pressure on a fluid is measured in two different systems. In one system, it is measured above the absolute zero or complete vacuum. It is also called the absolute pressure. In other system, the pressure is measured above the atmospheric pressure and it is called gauge pressure. So there we are taking two systems. From one system, when there is no air is there in system, then we measure the pressure. It is known as absolute pressure. If system have some atmospheric air and then we are measuring their pressure, so it will be called a gauge pressure. First, absolute pressure. It is defined as the pressure which is measured with reference to absolute vacuum pressure. Absolute vacuum theoretically means totally absence of air or gas. So in case of absolute pressure, there is no gas or air is involved in the system. So the pressure measured in such kind of system is called absolute pressure. Second is gauge pressure. It is defined as the pressure which is measured with the help of a pressure measuring instrument, in which atmospheric pressure is taken as datum. The atmospheric pressure on the scale is marked as 0. There are some measuring instruments which measure the pressure above the atmospheric pressure. In this measuring instrument, the datum is atmospheric pressure. Third one is atmospheric pressure. So we know that atmospheric pressure is the force per unit area exerted on a surface by the weight of air. By the weight of air above that surface in the atmosphere. We have a figure there. We can see there is a vertical column, a imaginary column in which the air weight is taken. We know the density of air, we know the height of this column, imaginary column. With the help of these two variables, we can find out the pressure of this imaginary column. the unit area as the bottom. So P is equal to rho GH. We have a formula to find out the hydrostatic pressure. P equal to rho GH. P is equal to rho GH. So we know the value of G. G is equal to 9.81 meter per second square. With the help of this formula, we can find out hydrostatic pressure exerted by this vertical column. There is a standard atmospheric pressure which is at 15 degrees centigrade temperature, that is 10.13 Newton per centimeter square, or 101.3 kilonewton per meter square in SI unit. In MKS unit, it is denoted by 1.033 kg force per centimeter square. In term of mercury column height, it is measured 760 mm of mercury, or in water column height term, it is measured 10.33 meter. So it is some standard value of atmospheric pressure. If you convert this water column height, you will get the value of atmospheric pressure 101.3 kilonewton per meter square. If you put the value of this water column height in this formula, H equal to 10.33 meter, G equal to 9.81, and the density of water is equal to 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. Eventually you will find out the same value as given here, 101.3 kilonewton per meter square. So it is standard values for atmospheric pressure. Fourth is vacuum pressure. What is vacuum pressure? Vacuum pressure is defined as the pressure below the atmospheric pressure. Vacuum is absence of air or gases, or the condition when air is removed from a system to create pressure below than atmospheric. So when we measure the pressure that is below the atmospheric pressure is known as vacuum pressure. We have already discussed what is absolute vacuum pressure. The value of pressure is taken 0. So in this slide we have a relationship between pressures. In x-axis you can see the x-axis taken for absolute zero pressure, and y-axis is taken for pressure. So this is the horizontal line taken for atmospheric pressure. We have 2 points. One is A, that is above the atmospheric pressure line, and there is another point B which is below than the atmospheric pressure line. If you want to measure the pressure at A point, then you can measure with the help of these two formula. If you measure this A point pressure from the absolute zero pressure, then it is called absolute pressure for A point. If you measure it from above the atmospheric pressure line, then it is called gauge pressure. You can see in this diagram. So there are two readings for A point. One is absolute pressure if you measure from absolute zero pressure line, and second is gauge pressure if you measure it from the atmospheric pressure line. Same for the B point. If you taking the datum line at atmospheric pressure, then it is called a vacuum pressure. You will get a vacuum pressure for B point. If you measure the pressure from the absolute zero pressure line for B point, you will get a absolute pressure line. Now it is clear from this figure you can take two datum line. One is absolute zero pressure line. From absolute pressure line, each point will show you a absolute pressure. From the atmospheric, if you taking atmospheric pressure line as a datum, then you will get either a gauge pressure or a vacuum pressure. There are mathematical relations for these pressures are absolute pressure is equal to atmospheric pressure plus gauge pressure. So P AB for absolute, P ATM for atmospheric pressure, and P gauge. For vacuum pressure, it is equal to atmospheric pressure minus absolute pressure in case of B point. Now we are going to discuss about the pressure measuring instrument. We have a manometer. Manometer is an instrument that uses a column of liquid to measure pressure. Although the term is currently often used to mean any pressure instrument. Of course, it is also a manometer, also known as pressure measuring instrument. In manometer, we use a column of liquid to measure the pressure. There are two types of manometer. One is simple manometer and second is differential manometer. What is simple manometer? In case of simple manometer, we have a glass tube having one of its end connected to a point where the pressure is to be measured and other end remains open to the atmosphere. So in case of simple manometer, one point is connected to the pressure line and second end of manometer is open to the atmosphere. There are some simple manometer example. One is piezometer and second is U-tube manometer and third one is single column manometer. First we take piezometer. So principle is same as for simple manometer. The one end is connected to the pipeline and other end of the manometer is open to the atmosphere. You can see this end is open to the atmosphere. ATM. So at this end the atmospheric pressure will act. So a piezometer is either a device used to measure liquid pressure in a system by measuring the height which a column of a liquid rises against gravity, or a device which measures the pressure, more precisely the piezometric head of a groundwater at a specific point. A piezometer is designed to measure static pressure and thus differs from a pitot tube by not being pointed into the fluid flow. So in this figure, a point where the pressure is to be measured is connected with a tube, that is a manometric tube, piezometric tube, and one end of piezometric tube is open to the atmosphere. The datum line, this is the datum line. This is your datum line which is passes through the center of a pipe. Datum line. So the datum we take H, we measure the H from this data line. In case of piezometer, the same fluid which is flowing in the pipe is also in the piezometric tube. So once we know the density of fluid flowing in the pipe, we can easily find out the hydrostatic pressure in the pipe by the formula P equal to rho G H. So we can easily measure the H from the piezometric tube. G, the value 9.81 meter per second square, and rho is the fluid flowing in the pipe. Rho is the density of fluid flowing in the pipe. So we can easily find out the pressure in the pipe. Second is U-tube manometer. The U-tube manometers are devices which column of a suitable liquid are used to be measure the difference in pressure between 2 points or between a certain point and the atmosphere. Manometer is needed for measuring large gauge pressures. It is basically the modified form of piezometric tube. A common type manometer is like a transparent U-tube as shown in figure. Basically, this tube is a transparent tube. We use a glass, so the fluid inside the tube easily visible. In this case, we use one more difference between piezometric tube and U-tube manometer is, in piezometric tube we have same fluid which are flowing in the pipe or in a piezometric tube. In case of U-tube manometer, the fluid inside, we have a secondary fluid. Generally we use mercury. Higher density fluid is used to measure the pressure difference in the tube. In this case, we have two types. One is to measure the gauge pressure, and second one is used to measure the vacuum pressure. The first figure, this one, is used to measure the gauge pressure. As you know, gauge pressure is the pressure which is measured above the atmospheric pressure. In this case, the datum line is atmospheric pressure line. This is the pipe where the fluid is flowing. We connected this pipe with the help of U-tube. One end is connected to the pipe and the other end is open to the atmosphere. So this red one is your heavier density fluid, generally mercury. Generally we use mercury. This is the datum line. This is your datum line. Initially, this fluid have same level in right hand side and left hand side. But when we join one end of this tube to the pipe, then the level of heavier density fluid is different. Now we choose lower level, in this case left hand side level, as a datum line. Now we measure this portion, this height, basically in right hand side, this height, that is your x as shown in figure. Measure this height and apply same formula P equal to rho g x, in this case rho g x. And now you can easily find out what is the pressure inside the pipe. One more thing, in this type of manometer, the pressure inside the pipe is always greater than the atmospheric pressure. If the pressure inside the pipe is lower than the atmospheric pressure, then we choose second type of U2 manometer, that is called simple manometer for vacuum pressure. In this case, because the pressure in pipe is less than the atmospheric pressure, obviously the left hand side mercury will be higher than the right hand side. This is your datum line, and we measure this pressure with the help of this height x, P equal to rho g x. Next is single column manometer. Basically, it is the modified form of U2 manometer in which reservoir have a larger cross sectional area as compared to the piezometric tube. This is also known as micro manometer. This type of manometer is used when the pressure difference is very small. So when pressure difference is very small, you need a good precision to measure this pressure difference. So single manometer is used for measuring the minute pressure difference between the two tubes. You can see in figure, this is the left hand side where the cross section of left hand side is more than the cross section of piezometric tube at right hand side. We take this is the datum line, this is your datum line. We measure simply, you can measure h from here, and same formula will be applied, P equal to rho g h, to find out the pressure difference. Next is differential U2 manometer. A U2 manometer liquid heavier than the liquid for which the pressure difference is to be measured, and it is not immiscible with it. Immiscible means it is not mixed with the fluid flowing inside the pipes. So in this case, differential manometer, one more thing, the end of a U-tube are both end of a U-tube are connected to the two pipe. In this case, we are going to measure the pressure difference because there are two pipes, A and B. You can see this is the left hand side pipe A and this is the right hand side pipe B. So both end of the U-tube are connected to the pressure pipes, and this blue one is the heavier liquid fluid. So there are three types of fluid are used in differential U2 manometer. A, this is density rho A, this is the blue one is the mercury, and B is pink color. This fluid have different density. In this case, this line is the datum line from where we have to measure the pressure difference. So from this datum line, H1 is the height of A point, and S2 is the rise in the heavier liquid fluid, and S2 is the S2 plus S3 plus S2 is the total height of center of pipe B. This is the mathematical equation used to measure the pressure difference between pipe A and B. PA minus PB is equal to gamma 2 S2. Gamma 2 basically, gamma is represent here the density of different fluids. So gamma 2 is the density of a heavier liquid fluid, that is blue one, and gamma 3 is the density of liquid flowing in the pipe B, and gamma 1 is the density of fluid flowing in the pipe A. H1, H3, H2 are mentioned in the figure. So once you measure the H1, H2, H3 and you know the densities of these fluids, you can simply find out the pressure difference inside the pipes. Now wrap up our today's lecture. This is a summary for today's lecture. We have understood in today's lecture absolute pressure. Absolute pressure is defined as the pressure which is measured with reference to absolute vacuum pressure. Gauge pressure, it is defined as the pressure which is measured with the help of a pressure measuring instrument, in which the atmospheric pressure is taken as datum. Atmospheric pressure, it is the force per unit area exerted on a surface by the weight of the air above the surface in the atmosphere. Vacuum pressure, it is defined as the pressure below the atmospheric pressure. Manometer is an instrument that uses a column of liquid to measure the pressure. A simple manometer consists of a glass tube having one of its ends connected to a point where the pressure is to be measured, and the other end remains open to the atmosphere. A differential manometer consists of a glass tube having both its ends connected to a point where pressure is to be measured. So in case of simple manometer, one end is open to the atmosphere and one end is connected to the pipe, and in case of differential manometer, both end of the tube is connected to the pressure lines. This is quiz for today's lecture, so try to solve this quiz, and in the last we have an assignment. So maintain this assignment is in your notebook. Thank you.